On 10 different occasions in the book of Acts, the phrase one accord is used. Probably most famously in Acts chapter 2, verse 1, it tells us that the people were all in one place and they were in one accord. The one place part is easy. It's easy to get a bunch of people in one place. It's the one accord part that trips us up sometimes. The phrase one accord that is used to describe the early church is actually a combination of two Greek words. The first means to rush along, and the second means in unison. And it means when it's put together with one mind and with one passion. One commentator said this, though. He said the image is almost musical, as in the playing of notes that are different but harmonized in pitch and tone. It's almost this musical picture of if you had this band, and what an incredible band this church has. My goodness, such talented musicians. But if you had this band up here, it's this musical picture that you've got one who is standing by the keyboard and one who is in the drum cage and one who's holding the bass and another playing the electric and acoustic and me over just clapping my hands and making a joyful noise to the Lord because I can't do any of it. But you've got this incredible band standing up here. And has anybody ever heard an orchestra? We went to the Sydney Opera House today. Has anybody ever heard an orchestra warm up? It is the most chaotic sound that you can possibly imagine. As each instrument is tuning their instruments and they're playing different parts of the song at different times, but the moment the conductor steps to the stage and the moment he takes that little stick that holds so much power and he taps it on that little thing and he holds it up and everybody comes to attention and he begins to lead them and they begin to play, as long as they're playing from the same set of music and as long as they're following the same tempo, they begin to rush along in unison. No, they're not playing the same instrument, and no, they aren't each playing the same role, but when they're working in unison, it creates a beautiful masterpiece that is far greater than anything that could have happened if they would have performed on their own. One accord. This image is mirrored by the Apostle Paul in 1 Corinthians 12. He repeatedly compares the church to the body. He reaffirms to the Corinthian church that the body is not made up of one member, but of many members, and that every member of the body has a role to play in the body's overall purpose. He drives the point home when he says, the eye can't say to the hand, I have no need of thee, nor can the head say to the feet, I have no need of you. And then he sums it up in 1 Corinthians 12, 25 and 26 when he says this, that there should be no schism, which means division. That there should be no division, no divide in the body, but that the members should have the same care one for another. And when one member suffers, all the members suffer with it. Or when one member is honored, all the members rejoice with it. What this scripture tells me, church, is that it's not in my best interest to kick you while you are down. It's not in my best interest to throw dirt on you while you are struggling, but rather it's in my best interest as a member of this body to come alongside you whenever you are down and to say, hey, if you're struggling, I want you to know I'm in the fight with you. Hey, if you're fighting, I'm in the fight with you. Hey, if you're weeping, I'm weeping with you. Hey, if you're rejoicing, then I'm rejoicing with you. It does me no good to kick you while you are down because we are a body. And if we're not operating at 100% capacity, and if you're hurting and you're struggling and I'm kicking you while you are down, then we're fighting handicap. And the body cannot completely perform at 100% like God called it to.